importance of quality checking information. It really astonishes me when I go into organisations and I see that their information is not being quality checked. The author is very often sending the information out via email or on a platform, and it's not actually being checked by anybody to make sure that there's accurate information within the document. So something that you can introduce, you don't have to have expensive software to do this, it's just a simple quality check on your information. So what actually are you going to be quality checking within your project documentation? Well, the first thing you're going to be checking is making sure that there is a set of templates in your organisation, and they are the only templates that are used across your project, so that the author will use that template, and whoever is reviewing the information will straight away know that that information comes from your organisation. So it's a very simple quality check, making sure that it's on the right template. So maybe the correct title block, that there's the correct document cover page, correct technical submittal template, all of those things. And basically for the reviewer, whenever they open that template, they will know straight away where it came from. The next thing then that is important to look at is your document number. So every single document in your organisation should have a different document number that is relevant to the project. So making sure that there's a specific number on every single document, and it's different. You can't have any documents with the same document number. They all have to be unique to that document. And that's another simple quality check, making sure that the document number is unique before it's being sent out to the client. The next thing I'm going to chat about is really one of my pet hates, and it's the document description. So basically what I see when I go into organisations is different people in the company will call items different things based on maybe some of them are used to using abbreviations that might mean something to them, but they don't mean anything to anybody else. So make sure that you're using clear descriptions so that everybody will know exactly what the item is. Another thing then worth noting is the revisions. And obviously it's so important if you need to create version control in a project environment, which is key. So make sure that your versions are being controlled. So every time there's a change in the document, the version's changed. And just make sure that you do that right across all of your projects. It's so important just for that full traceability and for your version control. Then the next thing, and there's really not enough emphasis put on this, is the importance of having an author and a reviewer on the document. And the reason for that is, especially if you're not using an electronic document management system, everybody will know if there's changes to be made to the document, who the author was, so you can send those comments or those statuses straight back to the author and the reviewer to action. So it's just a simple thing. The other thing that's really important is making sure that your document has a status, so everybody knows what the purpose of the document is. Is it for information? Is it for design review? Is it for construction? So whatever the status of the document is, make sure it's clearly put on your project documentation so that everybody knows what the status of the document is. Then something else that is really important is making sure that there's specific dates on your document that are actually accurate. Because sometimes I'll see maybe a company releasing a document today and the date on the document is maybe 2 months ago, and that isn't that's not creating any traceability on your project. It has to be an accurate reflection of the project. So making sure that you're quality checking the dates on your documents to make sure that they're actually accurate and they create that picture, the true picture of your project and that traceability that you're looking for. And so that's just something that is very simple. Another thing is whenever a document is revised, actually state on the document just a simple explanation as to why it's been changed. So because see, for the reviewer, that is a big help, because maybe if it's a technical submittal with 200 pages, they don't have to look through all of that technical information again. If you can just put a one-line note as to exactly what is revised and changed in that, they can go exactly to the piece of the information that's changed and review it and come back with the status quicker. So it's just something simple that can create a big difference for everybody involved in the project. So these are just some very simple things. There's a lot more, an exhaustive list of quality checking measures that you can put in place. But those ones I've chatted about will really enhance that traceability that I talk about all the time. If you're struggling to introduce quality checks within your projects, drop me an email, give me a call, and I'll be happy to help. Thank you.